we sort of have this sense of being insulated from what's happening in the United States in terms of reproductive rights or sexual rights and so forth. We have a liberal government and those rights are protected and so forth. But the rise of Trump has shown us how quickly those rights can be eroded. So any sense of smugness, we're absolutely ill-founded to have that. In fact, after Trump was elected, a friend of mine who is, concerned about these issues said, well, perhaps Canada will become like an underground railway with women coming north for abortion. But when you think about the inequitable access to abortion, even in this country now, and the amount of work that is still required in order to provide that, Canada is not some sort of nirvana, and we shouldn't assume that these rights are locked in anywhere.
So let's talk about the stance right now that we currently have here in Canada.
Well, the stance in Canada is we don't have an abortion law per se, but rather it is legal to obtain an abortion with medical supervision across the country. Access to that, however, and the way that's implemented is not necessarily equal. For instance, currently women in PEI can't have an abortion, and women who live in remote and rural areas also have difficulty obtaining access to abortion because we have 1 out of 6 hospitals provide abortion services in this country.
I say pro, you say pro.
Here we're talking about what happened in the States. There was a pro-life march, and I think the climate of the States and the conversation and the coarseness of the conversation and simply attitudes towards women, sort of the normalization of sexual assault and discussions about, sort of just the way women are portrayed, has to migrate. There's no border on that, and as a result, I do think that we have to be vigilant.